something. That didn't happen. Let's see. Fucking, come on. Yeah, I want to start viewing. Volume. No, let's see. No. Volume. Oh, there we go. Don't pause. There we go. So, was there crackling? Was there crackling going on there? There we go. So, was there crackling? Was there crackling going on there? There we go. So, was there crackling? Alright, yeah. There will be some looping at the beginning because it's me listening to myself and not just making sure that the thing's running, which it seems to be doing. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Desolate Plains. Yeah, I've just been to the faction store to see if it was actually worth visiting. Turns out it's not. Davion faction store is pretty crap, to be honest. Not that great. So we're going to go to Desolate Plains. It's a 4-skull location. We're going to see what's knocking around there, basically. Have a look. We're going to try out my new Black Knight that I got recently. I've got an upgrade for the Argo going. Well, you've got a scant couple of 100 days remaining of the campaign as far as my final score is concerned. It would represent the second career finish I would have had in Battletech. And yeah, next week is obviously the release of Heavy Metal. Well, we'll be having a look at those new mechs. I'll probably start a new campaign with Heavy Metal. And we'll go with a different one. Might try and become friends with the mercs, maybe. Try and get in good with them lot. I don't even know why it has a store here. That's a bit random. But apparently this is the kind of place where 4-skull missions are taking place. So it's obviously places a hoot and a holler. This is a 3-skull one here, flushing them out. Then there's an assassination mission called Heart of Darkness. Seems a bit dramatic, doesn't it? And there's a base capture mission. We'll try the one that's suspiciously high on the 1 million. Again, it's against the Taurians. Hey, BFG! I think you're the first here, man. Oh no, there's ETG View and Frunica are also here. So you might be the first, and they've just joined. Who knows? Oh, Mighty Course here as well. Holy crap! It's kicking off. It's all going fast. Let's just drag it up to 3 pieces of salvage. So as I said, yeah, we're gonna try the Black Knight. There we go. Get it. Wait a minute. Have I done that right? Yes, I've done that right. Okay. Technically, what I should do is I should put Squire in this mech, shouldn't I? So then, yeah. So now I've got 2 75 tons and 2 assaults. The catapult's good. Don't get me wrong. We'll try this loadout first. We lose a lot of LRM fire, granted, but what we gain is a lot more armor and firepower. So essentially just got to play this a bit more upfront and poisonal, yeah? Get in there with the AC-10 and the medium lasers on the Black Knight after the 2 Banshees have sort of found them and fixed them. It also becomes a very jump jetless force as well as far as a lance goes, so this will be interesting. Wow, I thought for a second my textures have gone fucking crazy. You know, that's just the rings around that planet. I remember having... You ever had that? We have that weird artifacting effect with your textures in games. You get like massive like black triangles and stuff. Yeah, I used to get that on Elite every now and then. I'd be flying around going like, Davros, do you have like these weird stretchy textures coming off stuff? And he's like, nope. Like, oh good. That's great. Oh, I think this system's fucked. Basically, press the attack, go find those people, stab them, shoot them, kick them in the face. Oh yeah, I do have my ECM equipped Banshee. That's right.
Move order received.
Protected from the missiles.
Roger that.
This magic bugger. Looks like a good frontline lance. Just need that second lance for fire support. You know what, BFG? Right on the money. Where is our fire support lance, eh? Where is that? Where is that beautiful bastard? Yeah, won't get it. Looks like the prisoner. All they want is information. You won't get it. Well, there's a prisoner reference for anyone who's seen that. Not sure how many people will understand. You know, I am not a number, I am a free man, and all that stuff. All that comes from. But yeah, Prisoner. Weird 60s, trippy, like fun TV show. There's constant battles with number 2. Hang on. It's changed the colour of my Orion. I might have accidentally done that. Oh, is it? Have you seen what? I don't know how. Oh, this might be difficult to see actually. But oh yeah, oh, it's virtually impossible. I'll have to show you in the mech lab. Basically, pattern 1 of this colour scheme that I've got on the Black Knight, it looks like fish scales painted on the mech. It looks really weird. But obviously, ECM makes you all like, you know, Phantom Mech Incident. Well, we've got 70 ton, 65 ton, 75 ton. So we've got a minimum of Orion. Yeah, well, could be a catapult, and possibly, a grasshopper.
Yes, Commander.
Receiving you.
Alright, well, he can Skents a log. I know he's in the mech that has the LRMs, but if we know what the heaviest thing is in front of us is first. It's a fract. Oh yeah, yeah, Fido as they called him, yeah, the security system.
Awaiting orders.
That would grab him and like suffocate, like, well, not suffocate him, but it would drag him in, wouldn't it?
Move order confirmed.
So he could be brought back to his room on the island. Is it Patrick McGowan? I forget. I mean, I've been to the place where they filmed it. It's like really odd looking place. Screw it, let's just go Alpha Strike. Boom. He gets that damage reduction, but who cares? Oh, got a head hit. If you can't Alpha Strike in your first turn, what's the point? Oh, it's a Thunderbolt. Yeah, the most common mech in Battletech. Patrick McGowan, that's it. Thanks, Goldshane. My armor just stripped off. Oh, you can see, you can kind of see the scaling effect on
Ready for orders.
the paint scheme there, though.
Moving out.
Well, we're committed to shooting the frag now, so I guess that's what we're doing. I've started, so I will finish. To be honest, I got a bit of a verbal tongue lashing from the Taurians. They did, yeah. The BBC did need to rerun Prisoner. Yeah, they did that horrendous remake or whatever the hell that was. They did that not long ago, and that was bad. That was really bad. They should have not done that. Replayed the classic Prisoner. So it's one of my brother's like absolute favourite TV series as well. He loves The Prisoner. One of those programs that, you know, he grew up with. So alongside good old Docky Who.
What's up, Commander? On my way.
Hey TG, how you doing? Alright, well the fract isn't getting the reduction in damage now, so we feel the full firepower of this operational battle station. The Orion's going to shoot my Black Knight as well because the AI's a bitch. Ow, internal. A lot of people
Armor
are pissed.
breach. Internal damage.
Alright, what's the speed? Wow. Arm and oh, it's cost an arm and a leg. Alright, well, we'll okay. Oh really? He can still be seen by the fract if she goes around that. You shitting me? Line of sight? Oh yeah, I guess. It's the it's like dun 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 dun. So I guess if she runs there though, it does give a damage reduction. I guess if she runs over there, she's got cover, and there's the evasion bonuses and damage reduction, and she can cool off. I mean, ECM's removed, but that's fine. Oh, the last mech of the last. Oh. It's got an LRN.
Warning, armor low.
What are the armor stripping off so quick? What is this? What is this? And when your assault mech doesn't feel like it can assault, you know. Oh, not in range. Not in range for a punch bot attack. What about her? Oh, she is. She is. Right.
Location confirmed.
Get old punch bot. Oh, and obviously throw the small laser in there.
Target in for physical attack.
There we go. Left arm. A little bit of crit medium laser.
Target's taking a critical
And
hit.
she fell over. Or he fell over. Spunk. Been watching stuff on the Michigan Dogman. Okay, explain. Who or what is a Michigan Dogman? I mean, it sounds weird. Not gonna lie. Is he just someone who's like, you know, takes care of dogs? So like dogs. Just like, drop most of the stuff. That's the finish off. Oh yeah, the AC-10 was more than enough to kill it.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Lost a little bit of heat there. Yeah, just a touch. Just a touch of heat. Right.
Orders?
Right, squire. Really? Oh, so if he stands on that bit. G'day, squire. How you doing? You got ECM protected. Do we pick on the Thunderbolt or pick on the Orion? Thunderbolt and the Orion. Well, the Orion's moved this turn, so I guess we'll pick on you. Oh, there you go. Apparently, drop a medium laser. You're fine. And if we can, we'll try and go internal. Because, as we know, Thunderbolt's ammo still. His headshots coming thick and fast. Think werewolf, but no transformation. Well, does he have that condition where he grows a lot of, like, just unnaturally large amount of body hair? Because I've seen, there's like a family in Mexico, I think, had that. Like all of
Order confirmed.
their kids, all of the men born in the family had this gene that caused that to happen. Well, actually, quite a few shots did hit the CT, so
Target confirmed.
either the magic number. No, got his legs instead. He's unsteady like, but it's still not good enough. Yeah, obviously those two can't.
Standing by.
Like the. For God's sakes.
Coordinates received.
I can walk around this way. Cloaked. Where did he go? Where did the 90-ton mech go? No, you're not the mech I'm shooting at. It's you. You're the lucky winner. Time to try a cold shot again. These are supposed to be my best parts. Cold shot.
Taking a shot.
Oh, structure exposed. No, it's a cryptid like Bigfoot. Okay. Oh, okay. Apparently we can whack in a PPC on this shot as well. Yeah, medium laser.
Engaging target.
Just. I needed at least one of the big guns to hit that CT. You completely failed me there, guys. Completely and out.
Warning, armor low.
Yeah.
Warning, armor low. Shit's not given.
No.
come on. I know that's going to overheat me, game. No. Just the AC-10. Oh, you know what? It's a big fucking ass, but go on, Squire.
Locked on target.
He did it. He did hit the CT. He just didn't hit the CT hard enough. Oh god, it's another Orion. Who's saying on these fucking things? Ow, ow. Ow, 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 ow.
Warning. Armor breached.
Oh Jesus, no, geez, you think
Standing by.
I'm breached? Ah. How'd you hit the legs and miss on the second shot? Oh, heatsink destroyed? Oh, this is getting bad.
Damage critical.
Then he actually overheated and took damage.
Receiving you.
Right,
On my
Banshees are
way.
gonna have to get punched back, aren't they? Nice. I think my mech's gonna have to get punch bot as well. True Nova Zero, hello.
Engaging physical attack.
Melee's never my first option in this game. No,
Enemy mech.
not to be
Critical
honest.
Damage detected.
It's generally a tactic I avoid if possible.
Warning.
Especially when I've got a
Armor
Banshee
breached.
that's got so
Internal
many
damage.
weapon systems available.
Awaiting orders.
There we go, there's the angle I want. Since they seem to have stopped shooting at the Black Knight now, that they're focusing the Banshee instead. I can actually throw in a couple of the mediums. Stop shooting the leg! Jeez! Bloody hell, woman!
Hostile removed.
Always punch, that's my motto. Melee's my favourite option for space maps. Heat's pain. Heat is pain, yeah. I mean, the Martian surface is a son of a bit. Oh, there we go. Black Knight. Black Knight reappears. First thing they do, shoot Black Knight. You
Waiting for orders.
bastards. The only upside is that the AI is also suffering this heat as bad as I am, so.
Got it.
Orders?
You see, like, her Banshee can quite easily just
Move into position.
move forward and then can pick a target. So in this case she can alpha strike this overheating Orion. Get a sight also.
Firing a full salvo.
He's lost the heat sink, so his heat spiked even more.
Critical hit, Commander.
Consider, oh, what state? Her arm's got 10, her leg's got 19. Oh, God. Is there anywhere? Because this Banshee's quite fast, actually. It's got a fair amount of speed to it, you know? What side of her would be exposed there? That would be her left side. That would actually be acceptable because it would the shots would hit the armored side of the mech. That should be okay. That Ryan isn't gonna be able to fight much, or at least he chooses to overheat. Right, so that one's overheating, that one's overheating.
Commander.
We'll be picking on the one that's overheating. I'm gonna go for the melee now.
Whoa.
Did you miss? Did you miss?
Commander.
You bally fool. That arm is just... it's just going to drop off. What? Why would you turn in such an awkward way? If you face that way, that's your right arm. Basically, you know what? Go back over there and hide. Even if it is a back, it's... well, this guy can't shoot them anyway. Unless the AI is going to go like full crazy. Oh! Structural and heat damage.
What's up, boss?
Oh.
Lockdown for physical attack.
Oh, missed again. Jeez. I mean, outside of the small laser. Alpha as you charge in, pummel to cool, heat down, stress relief. No, it's, yeah, the small lasers it packs are useful for that, yeah. The old Black Knight. What's that? Oh, is this, that's the target actually I want to shoot. No, it's not. It's him. I'll shoot him. Just, he looks beat up, but in reality actually he does have a lot of his armor still.
Engaging target.
Oh, that, everything was CT. Every shot went to its CT.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Holy crap, that was, okay, so... oh yeah, it could shoot the rear of the Banshee in front of it, but no, it decided to shoot the damaged Banshee instead.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
And the AI shut down because of how badly overheated it is.
Yeah? What can I do you for?
Because we're in a radiation zone. Hey Pincer, how you doing? Sorry. The bro's not up yet, but I will let him know that you gave him a little healthy hello.
Oh, nice hit on that one. Nice hit.
Aye, aye.
As Nathan Explosion would say, it's getting a little bit brutal for this Orion now. But, you know, as an all-heavy lance against a mixed assault heavy lance, they kicked the crap out of me. That's for certain.
Firing on target.
Ah, look at that, amazing. Shooting through your allies to hit the Orion.
Scored a critical hit. Commander?
Yeah, Commander. Power up. Full power punch. There goes his right torso in a single hit. Small laser. I don't have the ability to do much else, but I can walk forward. Get into that ECM cloak. Just fire everything. Oh fuck. Knocked down on top of his shutdown. Both his wow. See, this is realistically the AI should punch out. This is it. Like his mech is done. There's nothing left.
No problem.
You know, no pilot would sit in a completely overheat battle mech like this.
I hope we can...
Mission successful.
Hey Fron, how you doing? Trample for fun. I did, True Nova, I did. So, Black Knight's going to be in the shop for a bit. That had 18 left on its arm, most of its side torso, most of its leg, but the arm was the Banshee had 10 on one arm, 94, 86. Like basically, its right side was very close to just falling off, and I have to replace a heat sink that got destroyed at the right leg. At least it wasn't the heat exchanger. That would have been bad. Oh, there we go. We've got enough bits there to sell a Thunderbolt. We've got a spare medium laser that's of a higher quality, and we will take... we'll just take a piece of cataphract, just because. Doing alright. Good to hear from, good to hear. I hope everyone's doing alright, to be honest. On this morning of Battletech. In what will probably be a solid month of Thursday Battletech streams anyway, at least at the minimum. Obviously our main goal with the future streams after Heavy Metal comes out is to get all the new mechs. Yeah, of course, I always... The thing that's never happened for me all my miserable years of existence is I've never actually had one of those great snowfalls, you know? Never. Never happened. Sucks the donkey. Big old donkey balls. Oh Christ, wow, the double heatsink could have been destroying the leg. Oh, that would have been a pisser. Is that even repaired? What was it? 95 something. Yeah. Dee 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 dee.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Dee dee dee. It was on in the shops. I was walking around yesterday. Dee 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 dee. Yeah. Can you tell Rail to shut the fuck up? I didn't realise I had two pretty decent large lasers in stock. Large laser. Large laser. There you go. It's not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. That takes tonnage. Fuck that then. Star core. That doesn't take tonnage. It replaces the small laser in the head though. I don't want to do it. Gyros. +1 to melee hit. Where can they go? CT? Oh, not enough. Fucking. Move the heatsink around. Put that one there, put that one there. We can put gyro in for melee hits. Anyway, so many upgrades go in the head. It's so crap. What? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, should repair the mech as well. Nope. No snow, please. I live at the bottom of a river valley. I need to go uphill just to get to the shops and the level of the town. What is snow? Oh, BFG, don't worry. Don't worry. It's a horror you need not worry yourself with. Oh, so, I mean, in my tour of Davion space, there are 5 systems left to visit. There's Horsham, Dale, I'm gonna say. Was it Dale? That's Mendham, sorry. Dale, I'm gonna say. Lockmantle, Fraser, and Glentworth. All sound like great places to visit. Horsham. There's a battlefield of low gravity, manufacturing, mining, moons, periphery level civilization, rocky world ruins of a small pop. Takes us 18 days to get there. We're on our way, because we're not sticking around for any more missions on this Martian planet. And after that kicking, we just my teeth. I need to get my replacement teeth put in anyway. What's this black market invitation? 2.5 million? Yeah, I'll pass for that, thanks. Bloody hell. Lots of bushfires going on else. That wouldn't have anything to do with that global warming now, would it? He says, contributing to it by running an electric computer that comes from a power station that uses all this shit to, you know, provide visual entertainment for me and hopefully people watching, although I fully understand if they said, "You're shit, Rocket, fucking stop." I'm gonna get the end score thing for you fucking leech, Darius. Anyway, to get the score for having the Argo fully upgraded. We're getting that one. No, we're not getting that one. hopping around the Innisphere now. I was looking at it, there's 128 achievements in this game. That's a lot of achievements. It's a lot of achievements to earn just so your Steam profile can have like, just like you have everything. You have all the achieves. Right, have fun all. It's cooled down. I feel like doing stuff. Yeah, go for it, True Nova. Go for it, man. Hope you have a good day. Now imagine the Second Great Emu War.
Looks like we've arrived, Commander.
Is that... Samira, is there actually anything in the store? Oh crap, there is. Wow. Bow 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 bow. Oh fucking hell. Dee 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 dee. Down 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 dee 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 dee. How could it be a Martian environment? Oh, I guess it'd be on one of the moons, I guess. I suppose. Like really stretch it. Not like an anus. Not like that. Bow bow. Doom 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 doom. Down down down. We'll have one more mission with the Black Knight. See how it goes. The D song, always the D song, Pincer. Don't know, Pincer. I just got stuck in my head. That's the one thing you can say for Top Gun, is that it's not that great a film, really, when you sort of isolate it, but it does have some really memorable, really cheesy 80s tracks in it, doesn't it? Yeah. A little bit of Kenny Loggins, can't go wrong with Danger Zone.
Interface initiated.
Of course, if War Thunder ever gets up to the point of adding the Tomcat, of course, every time you fly that plane, you should have Danger Zone playing. By default, they should make an agreement with the company.
Move order received.
God, that'd be great.
Move order confirmed. Okay, no contact yet. Straight up fight, that's what we're going for here. Making it all Loki. Moving out.
Moving out.
Enemy detected.
Speeder in the chip.
I've explained the entirety of 80s music cheesy but works. No, not all 80s music's cheesy. Are you telling me Tears for Fears is cheesy?
Ready for orders.
I just can't I can't believe it.
Got a lock.
Shout, let it all out. You know, these are the things I could do without. So come on.
Standing by.
I'm talking to you. So come on. Shout.
Affirmative.
I'd really like a chicken bagel now.
Taking the stop.
So come on. I quite liked Avengers Endgame now. Blech. Sorry, this camera's mine now.
Ready for orders. On the move.
Hot Shots is great. I fucking love that film. It probably hasn't aged that well for comedy, but there's something about it. Favourite bit in Hot Shots is the bit where he goes, "At ease," and they all just take like movie poster poses. It's also Iceman's even got a little fan that blows his scarf that's on a piece of wire to hold it up. Oh, it's fucking great. I love that. They're playing football on the deck. It's like he throws and catches it and falls off the aircraft carrier. It's a cheap fucking laugh, but it's great. Because I think one of the best comedies for that ever is got to be fucking Police Squad in colour. My absolute favourite episode of that is the one where Drebin and Norberg have to go undercover running a key cutting shop. And Norberg's actually running the business while Drebin can't fucking do anything properly. And every time he puts a key near the machine to cut it, he cuts it too close, it pings up into the air and gets stuck in the ceiling of the shop. And later on there's just this gag where he just gets angry, smashes the desk with his fist, and hundreds of keys rain down from the sky. And he just sort of looks around like, oh, it's so good.
Good to go.
That show is just... There'll never be another show like Police Squad. Police Squad, Airplane... I mean, even the Naked Gun movies have their moments.
Target acquired.
Not quite sure why Nordberg was recast as a murderer, but well...
Inflicted some heavy
The shootout over the bins, yeah. The introductions, like, and today's special guest star, and they like roll out of a car because they've been murdered, and that's it. That's the only time you see them in the whole episode. It's awesome. It's so good.
Awaiting orders.
They just had this understanding of how this comedy works, and it was just so good.
Roger that.
The 80s did give us glam metal. That's true, ETG, yes. What's wrong with that? Bit of glam.
We'll go.
Did anyone ever play Brutal Legends where glam rockers were the bad guys? The glam rockers were voiced by the lead singer of Judas Priest. It was like massive, like glam rock hair.
Warning. Detecting mech warrior
Oh, for God's sake,
injury.
my pilot got injured. Oh. And it's my pilot that got injured as well. Like the first episode of Police Squad where it's like quickly put a tap on the phone talking to the guy, and he literally puts a beer tap on it. So, it's like, did we get anything Norberg? No, no Frank, but we can pull a great beer. He just pulls the top and a fucking pint comes out of it. That's so good. Let's discuss this in the Japanese garden. they walk out into a fucking garden with Japanese people stood in plant pots. It's like stuff you couldn't get away with today as well. Because it would just like be so many people be offended.
Roger that.
Ah, stray shot. Don't keep on about. Proves my point. It's cheesy but works. Also, Young Ones, Blackadder, and some of the best cartoons ever. Yeah, but which one? Blackadder or Young Ones? If you had to pick. If there was only one you could watch, which one? Technically, I guess you could say that, you know, all of the Young Ones, virtually. I think Nigel Plain is an episode of Blackadder, isn't he? At least one. Not sure about,
Yeah.
I always feel bad because I always forget the name of the actor who played Mike in the Young Ones,
On the
but
move.
I, for the life of me, always forget his name. He's not a bad actor or anything, I just can't remember the poor bugger's name.
I bet you're gonna like it.
To be honest, that jokes with Mike though in the Young Ones, he was always a little bit hit and miss, but the best, I think the best
Aye,
visual gag with him is the one where he's gonna nail the plates to the table. and he's obviously got those like ridiculous nails, like fucking like 1 foot long nails, and he just nailed them perfectly through the middle of the plates, and then he's just sat there for a bit, and another couple of gags go by, and then Vivian chainsaws the legs off the chair that he sat on, and then he's like, oh my god, Mike, you're flouting, and he goes like, yeah, call an ambulance. Why's that, Mike? Because I've just nailed my legs to the table, and you can see that he's hovering there because this is massive nails stuck through both his legs. Which I thought was really good. Makes absolutely no sense, but man, it's funny.
Light damage. Holding firm.
Yeah, come on, Fern, you must have seen Hot Shots, right? And its sequel, Hot Shots Part 2.
What's up, boss?
What? Yeah, what's up, boss?
Moving to position.
Moving out. Moving for a closer look.
All weapons are go. That hit something good.
Do. Was like the fact. Did anyone play Bioshock Infinite as well, where they had Christopher Ryan was going to play, mate. That's it. Thank you. Yeah, Bioshock Infinite, where they had because of their ability to peer into other universes, other realities. What one of them has been doing is he's basically been like peering into our reality and stealing our music, but making it into like an old-timey like 1920s style.
Enemy mech. Critical
So yeah, like REM's like shiny happy people. There's like shiny happy people holding hands. Oh, hey, shiny happy people holding hands. Shiny happy people. Stuff like that. I just thought that was pretty good. They had everybody wants to rule the world, but in like a 1920s style. There's no turning back. There's no turning
Losing armor.
back. There you will find
Commander.
you're acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule. That was really weird. I can't stand this indecision, married to a lack of vision. Everybody wants to rule the world. Nice.
One less target.
I love Bioshock. All the music, as far as I could tell, was 80s. I believe it was.
Commander?
Yeah, I think it was.
Copy that.
Because they had Girls Just Want to Have Fun. They had that in there.
We'll go.
What was it? That? Oh no, didn't they have? They had the Beach Boys. What was it? What Would I Be?
Standing by.
Oh fuck! It was right at the beginning. There's like a barbershop quartet singing it. So I think that's like some 50s stuff in there as well. Oh, they also had
Good to go.
fucking. It's used in every Vietnam film. And it's Creedence Clearwater Revival. They had that in there. Fortunate Son. Yeah, there's a kid singing Fortunate Son at one point.
Firing all weapons.
Aim for the leg, I'll probably hit the side torso. Yeah, the carnival tune version of yeah, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. That was awesome.
I'm taking internal damage.
You're like, what the hell is this?
Standing by.
It's not overheat game. Don't give me the beep beep beep. No, don't beat me. Fucking beat me, game. You can jump down your throat like Jim Cornette when he has to talk about, you know, mud show wrestling.
Yes, Commander.
Outlaw mud show wrestling.
Moving to position.
You'd have to choose Blackadder over the young ones, Kulsh. Yeah, you know what, I'd agree with that. There's something about the cutting wit of Blackadder, isn't there? Just that can tide you over more. Plus there's more seasons of Blackadder, to be fair. Even if the first season is a bit shit.
Target's taking a critical hit.
By comparison to 2, 3 and 4. Although, the way, if I was going to introduce anyone to Blackadder, which at this point it should actually just be mandatory viewing in this country, but I'd actually have the pilot for Blackadder original, because that was he played the character exactly like he did for the seasons 2, 3 and 4. So I'd have that, and then I'd jump straight into Blackadder the second. I mean, there were some good parts in Blackadder 1, but it's as soon as you get to the second season of Blackadder, it's just like, yes, this is the character, this is what it should have been from the start. You just, every joke lands. He's just so biting.
Engaging target.
The Blackadder goes forward. He's got some amazing ones as well. Like the one where they get captured when they join the 20 minuters. And it's I would probably butcher the line a bit, but it's something like they're in the prison in the castle, and Baldric goes, "I want my mum," and he goes, "Yes, I wouldn't mind your mother being here as well, Baldric, a hormonally enraged gorilla would be rather useful at this time." So I thought it was quite good. Baldric running around with his name on a bullet, so there's no way he can get killed by the bullet with his name on it. If he's got it, it can't shoot him. Great logic.
Waiting for orders.
It's been a great fight. It's just my land's just been huddled in valley.
Acknowledged.
Hey, you'd be sleeping with the fishes. I don't know why Squire sounds like this.
Aye, aye.
He must be from that mobster planet.
On the move.
Not close enough for any of that shit to hit. Can't fire all the mediums.
Target locked. Receiving you.
Receiving you.
On my way. Locked on for physical attack.
How's this running today, by the way? Is Twitch being nice, or is it still being a bitch? I told you it's Rusted the Bullcock's attempt at acting. I was ruminating on that today, actually. Not about Russ acting. That would be that'd be a weird thing to have a rumination upon. And I was mostly just thinking about how if things don't go peachy on the episode. I was thinking about, like, you know, developers who get signed to big publishers, and the big publishers are, people shake their fists at these companies like, oh, you shut down this great studio and all that. But at the time, you think about it, and the studio heads are the one that accept the money, aren't they? They're the ones that get approached by these mega publishers like EA, Ubisoft, and all that. And they say, like, oh yeah, we'll take your money, we'll join your studio under your umbrella and all the rest of it. And then they get shit canned later on, because all that company wants them for is just, the bucket of money that gets thrown at them. And then they get shut down later on, like EA did with things like Visceral, and I assume chunks of BioWare are going to start vanishing. And then, people have a go, but did anyone hold a gun to the developer's head when this money was waved in their face? I'm not saying that EA are good in any way, far from it, but, it was the people in charge. It was their decision to accept the cash. It is, yeah. ETG, it is. It's IP grabbing. That is exactly why EA would buy a company like Visual, because Dead Space 1 and 2 was very successful, very good games. And that's the problem. EA these companies aren't floated on a stock market, so it's not like they bought a controlling interest in the business. They just got approached. They went, "Ooh, that's a lot of money." They accepted the lot of money, and then, yeah, it all went tits up for them. And I find it hard to
Commander on deck.
empathize in that regard, because the companies that usually accept this cash aren't in that dire straits financially, especially when they do have big games like that. And then I was thinking about the thing with how Epic works. So exclusivity comes along, it's a lot of money, all the rest of it, and obviously Epic don't really give a shit as far as once you're on their platform. That's it, isn't it? You know, it's not like they're under any obligation to give you any kind of support post arrival. So if your game does do badly on their store because it's not promoted very well or just not enough people are using it, it's entirely your fault. But I could see someone like Russ basically bitching at Epic if MechWarrior 5 didn't do well, for instance, where they could say like, "Oh well, you know, we went over and we made a huge mistake, blah blah blah, it didn't sell very well, and you know, we put it entirely in Epic's court. They said they would help us and all this, and our game would do really well." And it's like, no, you fucked up. You made that decision, kind of thing. I was looking at where they are currently on the store, by the way. If you go onto the Epic Games Store at the moment, you'll see that they've changed the way the front page works. And MechWarrior Online, MechWarrior 5, sorry, last time I checked, was like 13th or more down the list, right in the middle, because they do multiple rows now with 5 games in each row. It's right in the middle of its row. It's not at the top of the page. For a game that's obviously relying on, you know, pre-orders to get the word out, it's not great. I partially blame Epic for this. If it's a pre-order game, Epic should be pushing this to the front of the store as regularly as possible. It should be saying, you know, this game's coming out and we gave money to get it on the store, you know, buy it, people. And they're not. So, I mean, in fairness to PGI there, I don't think Epic are doing them much of a service at the moment. I think Epic are kind of... They're basically doing the IP grabbing, as ETG just said. The same, yeah, as Microsoft buying Obsidian, and God knows what happens to Obsidian now. Who knows, they'll probably be put into some shitty Xbox project, and it'll never, you know, either we'll never hear from them again, the project will see the light of day a few years down the road and no one will be interested. A bit like what happened to Rare, unfortunately, where they went from making absolutely amazing games, and now they do crap like Sea of Thieves. And I'm glad Rare are still around, because there's always the chance that they could be allowed to make another GoldenEye quality game or something like that. But it seems pretty unlikely, doesn't it, at this point? Ah, this map. Not really a fan of this map.
On the move.
Excuse me. Sorry. Yakking so much, I'm getting a bit of a dry throat. But yeah, I was thinking about it. It's a sad state of affairs, really. The whole
Position
Epic thing.
confirmed.
At the moment, it seems like Epic have also dialed back on the exclusivity thing, because I think maybe someone in that company realised if we keep doing this, there's no negative press yet, but there will be, because we saw the thing with Ooblets and a bunch of other companies, for instance. I wonder if Russ regrets this. I think if Russ is going to regret a decision, it will probably be after the fact. Because at the moment, it's Schrodinger's cat. You don't know if... At the moment, MechWarrior 5 is both equally a highly successful game, but also a complete failure, because there's honestly no there's no data to use. There's no sales figures, so it could be any state. But what I was going to say is, we sit in a scenario where you know, Epic have been buying these exclusives, and you had things like Ooblets with the extremely aggressive response to the exclusivity deal, and
Yes, Commander.
that is caused by Epic. That's their fault. They did that, and
Engaging target.
they sat back while those developers took quite a verbal kicking. They got quite a bad negative response, and I think someone within Epic went, eventually one of the big websites is going to make an article that says that Epic are
Commander.
responsible for this with their tactics. They're bringing out all of this negativity, and I think that's why they've dialed back on buying any more exclusives. Plus, I think they may have also realised that all they've been doing is feeding into Steam's profit margin. Because for all the people who don't buy their games on Epic, they're waiting for them, and when they come out on Steam, Steam gets a huge bump in sales. Let's face it, when certain games come out, that is what's going to happen. There's just going to be tons of money. And what we've got this staggered release set now of games coming out 2020 throughout the months, and Steam's just going to be lapping it up, so we get so much cash. Epic stands for exclusively produced in China. Nice one, you go on. ETD, I feel that this will be a good thing for Obsidian, since they have the type of experience with the different game types that they want. Still waiting to see how things fare with HBS, since they're now owned by Paradox, but it seems bright for them. Naman, looking at the store page for Epic, MechWarrior 5 isn't on their front page at all. Browsing the all games, they're 5 pages down. Nothing stands out for the game. Hey Von Grunk, how you doing? Yeah, that's the sad thing. Epic should be, you know, they've spent money on this. If I was in, I don't know what we're going to call it, acquisitions, let's say. If I was in acquisitions for this company, I'm supposed to be, my job is to find products to put on the storefront to get people to go there, so we can compete with Valve. Every game that I'm going to be putting that amount of effort into, I'm going to be pushing that thing to the fucking moon.
On my way.
I want that thing front and center, big splash page. I want the developers to give me videos, give me screenshots, give me more information I can feed into this page, because I want as many people as possible buying shit on my store. But Epic don't seem to give a shit. Epic haven't done anything. They haven't even done anything to sell the product. Really, have they advertised it at all? Because it doesn't feel like they have.
They got a sensor lock on me.
Right here.
It really feels like they've
Awaiting orders.
just sat back and just gone like, nah, whatever. Don't really care. They want the mecha files in China to make up for the lack of US and EU sales. I honestly don't know what they want. I'd be interested in knowing what it is, what the strategy is.
Firing on target.
But it doesn't make sense. I don't know why you wouldn't be like heavily pushing any of these games that you've got for this deal for this time. That's the whole point. That's why I do it, isn't it? If I buy this thing, it's because I want to make sure that I've got as much money out of that brief deal as humanly possible.
Report major armor loss.
Orders.
Orders. Hey, I'm walking here.
Oh, you want some of this?
There goes the ammo.
Mech destroyed.
CT ammo in Thunderbolt dead. Oh, look at these fucking Drax. Where are the dragons? Hold on. It's supposed to be Curite and Lance. Where are all the dragons? Huh? Why is it Thunderbolts? At least let's theme the Lances, HBS.
Receiving you.
Also, I've got to stand there to get a view on the Jaeger. You know what? That Jaeger is up shit creek in my opinion. Now it's gonna get spooked. Actually, I've told more people at MechGorifo, yeah, they want, don't expect front page until a few days before release and a few days after. But if it's pre-orders, wouldn't it be smart to also have it front page? I'm not saying it has to be always like the absolute top banner thing, but
Got it.
I mean, look at how long they've had on Steam at the moment. They've had the Jedi Fallen Order on there. They've had that for more than a week now because it's Star Wars. It's on Steam after a long hiatus by Origin or EA stuff being on the store. And yeah, they're every time people are seeing that banner every time they log in, but you're not seeing it at the moment. What other major exclusive does Epic have just around the corner that needs to be? Oh, got head hit for the 80-10. But what other major thing have they got that's exclusive in the store that's coming out in this month or next? I don't think there's anything, is there?
Waiting for
They sort of blew their little wad with things like Metro and Brain's gone south, Borderlands. We use this. This is important.
Confirmed.
I did actually get a head hit as well. Fair enough too.
Standing by.
Heads off to you, Squire. Yeah, you did alright there.
We'll go.
The main difference is it's Star Wars and EA's return. That is the main difference, but it's just from a marketing perspective of the fact that the store itself isn't under any obligation to market this. But it's choosing to because they get money.
Target's taking a
And that's
critical
what,
hit.
isn't that what Epic's supposed to be in the business of doing? Making money? If I've got an exclusive, because there's the difference, Steam don't buy exclusives, they get deals. And Steam's deal at the moment is, oh, we've got Origin games back on Steam after a while being away.
Oh, what's up, boss?
Fucking sell it.
Move into position.
Get people to start buying your shit. I've mentioned to YouTube streamers besides you that that have no idea it's even been made, alone being released in December. Hey, Christina Haas. Well, I mean, I say buy ads on Sci-Fi Network and late night TVX. Well, we know that they do have a marketing thing going on because he did say in the last AMA that there was a marketing company involved, and apparently there's going to be some adverts kicking up at some point and all the rest of it. I assume next week would be the start of those. I believe it's the end of this month that we're supposed to actually see some footage of the game in action. Actually get some gameplay stuff out there.
Target confirmed.
More up to date whether it's just the mech lab or we'll see a little bit more, I don't know. But that was the last thing they mentioned. I'm interested in seeing it though. I'd like to see what it is they're going to produce. What can they show off? I think for Epic it's more the bad publicity has been scaring people away alongside the issues with the store and its flexibility. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I agree. I think that plays a good chunk into it. Epic have inadvertently created a lot of negativity around themselves, whether that was something that they were aware would happen or not. They have inadvertently created a pretty bad scenario in this regard. Their store really shouldn't have launched in the state it was in. That's for certain.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Standing by. Position confirmed.
Their store should have launched with way more features, because the more stuff that people can sort of... Oh, sorry, the less stuff that people can throw at you, the better, surely.
Reporting critical hit.
Well, I remember IGN, Naman, had an article about MW5 coming back. I think some of the footage that's out there is an IGN, like, sort of quick play of a mission where a guy's in a Shadow Hawk that's just ridiculously tanky. It's just blowing up base turrets left and right and shooting helicopters out the air and stuff like that. And then at the end, more and more mechs appearing. Like, it just gets ridiculous. But obviously, that was a demo build from a while back now.
That was a hit.
Why not make a starter pack with C-bills and a free mech to hand out at cons? But hey, that's MWO. Russ killed that. Wow.
Awaiting orders.
Well, I mean, in as a wrestling parlance thing, you know, Russ didn't screw MWO. You know, MWO screwed MWO. It wasn't Russ's fault at all.
Roger that.
It was the players. They did it. At first I loved DCM like on the Raven, but lately I've been finding it doesn't help much. The enemy mechs just sensor lock you through it, and if they lock your ECM mech, it just turns it off. Yeah, doesn't really negate missiles much either. Well, yeah, because they barely use missiles against you when you have ECM. I'm discovering that.
On my way.
I don't know why the ECM doesn't just basically act as like a perma evasion modifier. So you like maybe you just always have like a plus whatever. +2, +3 evasion for mechs that are inside it, regardless. Since ECM is just supposed to make it harder for mechs to hit you.
Waiting for orders. Heading out. Targeting for physical attack.
ECG, particularly with companies that are having issues themselves, adding on the epic issues is nearly a death sentence. It does create a divide in communities and especially gaming communities, which can become very factionalized. And yeah, you know, devs I think have a hard enough time trying to just, you know, tread water and keep themselves, you know, keep their heads above it. And then you've got this shit where they make a decision that to them on the outside it looks like a perfectly fine business decision. It's money for nothing, and they can sell on the store. But I think a lot of them don't realise that the knock-on effect is people don't like being told where they can buy a game. They want choice, and when that choice is removed, it creates a very negative backlash. Which is what happened with me. I just reacted because yeah. Although I think mine was partially fed in because there was the lie, the fact that we've been told that this wasn't going to happen, then it did happen, and then you know, it's just another Russism. It's just like,
Yes,
what's
Commander.
Russ done this time? Oh, he's lied again. Couldn't help himself, you know.
Ready for
Because honestly, the Epic thing, it wasn't that big a deal as far as I was concerned with the pre-orders. If it had been, we are going to be on the store, and you know, we're going to let you know ahead of time. So if you want to make a decision about that, you know, we totally understand.
Good to go.
The reality is that they didn't. Well, you know, I've reiterated this multiple times. There's still going to be people who just see it as just being over the top and whatever else. And fair enough. A lot of people don't care. A lot of people just view it. It's a shop. What's the problem? You know, there's many different levels to it. Basically, yeah, Christina Haas. Yeah, like the flea. Yeah, with its +1 evasion. The man. I'm using ECM to get them into position. Then as normal when I'm ready to fight. Let's lie to people and wonder why people don't trust us. Well. It's with MWO. I don't know how long you've sort of been involved with it, Unicorn, but yeah, Russ's track record of sort of sticking to things he says is particularly sketchy. He's never been never been particularly honest with the community. To be fair, he has a lot of the time. He says one thing, does another. The classic one, probably one of his all-time greats of lying like that, was there was a very, very strong...
Mission successful.
4+ years, okay. So I think you missed, I think you might have just been on the outskirts of this one, but when MWO first arrived on the scene, it was a kind of... It was not decided whether it was going to be more arcade or it was going to be more sim. A lot of people were quite happy with where it was at the time, and basically there was a lot of people saying like, please don't add a third-person camera in because it's basically going to be a cheat machine. You just activate it and see around a corner, all this kind of thing. And they're like, no, we're never going to do that. We'll never add third-person, and there'll never be a third-person camera because that's not the kind of game that we want to make. Lots of people were happy. This is back when PGI still had a lot of goodwill, and basically Russ then makes an update post saying, oh, we're adding in a third-person camera, and obviously people were like, the fuck? Well, why? You said you weren't going to do it. And his explanation was terrible. He basically said, I put my 5-year-old son on the game and he couldn't figure out where his legs were in relation to his upper body, and so like he couldn't tell what he was doing, so we decided that a third-person camera would be the best fit. And then that starts the things about the super easy joke of basically being able to say, so the reason that this happened is because Russ's, like, his 5-year-old kid is now making decisions for the game, for the entire player base. If his 5-year-old child, which the game isn't made for, remember, can't play MechWarrior Online, then something has to change. And that was one of the big criticisms of the whole thing. Oh, ME10. Oh, good luck with that. But yeah, that was one of his classic ones. So he went back on that, and that did drive away a few people. I do remember some people just being like, nah, fuck you, I'm off. I'm not coming back. If you've lied about this, what else are you going to lie about? And yeah, they weren't wrong.
Roger that, Commander. Course
But
planned.
yeah, he's had a long history of saying one, doing another. Yeah, it's it doesn't help them at all, really.
Top-notch work.
Oh yeah, I should spend skill points, shouldn't I? They stole my modules and made my boar's head not worth the money I spent at the time. I feel if the company wasn't Canadian. Yeah, go on. The happy days of the BZS, Christina. Russ doesn't lie. You'll hurt his feelings if you claim he lies.
Standing by.
Training
Maximum
Waiting for
pilots.
orders.
Standing by.
Nope.
MechWarrior
Maxed out
training
pilot.
complete.
Commander.
Alright, so what's that one? Master Tactician. Pilots. Mechs piloted by this warrior. Gain +1 initiative and remove 1 bar of stability when reserving. It's not too bad.
Training confirmed, Commander. Training complete.
There we go. Max. Some of the pilots on there. We're on 4.3 mil squill. We improved the propulsion, so that costs 2.25 million. That costs 2.25 million. Either way, they're big investments, but they got to be made, because I think the medical bay requires the gamma pod. Yeah, and the last two of these require gamma pod, don't they? So we may as well get the old
Alright,
gamma
I'll get
one
the team on it
up
right
and
away.
running. Ooh, the Seabills! Closed beta was best, 8v8, and the game largely worked, bar the hit reg, which was never worked. You know, looking back in it, after playing a bunch of the smaller lobby stuff with Naman, the guys in tour, for several months now, actually, yeah, the smaller fights are better. The maps work better for it because there's more flexibility in how you approach the different parts of the map. Light mechs can actually scout a bit more without being sort of instantly spotted. Yeah, I think if the maps were more like Living Legends sized maps, 12v12 would work a lot better. But yeah, 8v8 is definitely a work. Canada made Battletech weak. What about HBS Battletech? Come on, Wallace. Battletech isn't weak. It's just PGI's weak.
Waypoint reached, Commander.
They don't get to the spine. 1.7 million for a locust. Imagine turning up in the early game at this place. Go, oh, so what's this shop got? How much does this guy weigh? And what do you find? Fucking locust. I must have a lot of shit to sell. I mean, outside of mechs and stuff like that. I must have a load of spare. 1382s. Let's scroll down to the energy weapons because that's where all of the that's where you stock up on stuff, isn't it? Yeah, 81 medium lasers. I don't think we need 81 medium lasers, do we? So we can cover some of the costs of the bloody upgrades doing this. I mean, 20 left in the storage is probably more than enough, isn't it? There you go, 81 medium lasers. I mean, stacking them up. Someone's job. Got another medium laser for you, Bob. Oh, God, put it over there, I guess, with the rest of them. What do we keep these things for? The faction maps are slightly better in Unreal. I don't know why they didn't carry over into quick play. Absent coffee, last I checked, I think I have 432 medium lasers. Sell that shit. You make millions. Or against pirates, it'll be fine. We'll be good. We're good with this. And now we've got someone that acts in Initiative 3, Initiative 2, and 2 in 1, so that's not too bad. Isn't Seattle, Canada light? I don't know. Maybe it is. The faction maps in MechWarrior Online, I felt personally they were a bit too MOBA heavy. They definitely just felt like if PGI could have done it, they would have had like spawned Gribbly vehicles just coming out of your main spawn and from the defender's main spawn, and they just drove to like middle points in the map and just shot at each other. Because it definitely felt like they had that kind of mindset going into the game.
Command interface initiated.
Oh, that's that's right. Paizo and Wizards are based in Seattle. That's why it costs so much to have some of their stuff shipped from the States. If you wanted the actual like dead tree version of one of their books, for Pathfinder at least.
On my way.
On my way.
Enemy detected.
Piece of cake.
Yeah, piece of cake. Don't worry about it.
Good to go.
Oh, it's a 65 ton and
I've
drum
got a
roll.
sense of
It's a
life.
fucking catapult. Oh, wow. Zowie, wowie. Holy shit.
Awaiting orders.
It's like,
We'll go.
holy crap, this is an easy Thunderbolt for a change. Wow, look at that blinding white light. Thanks for that camera angle, HBS. Dun 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 dun. Oh. It's good old classic Jaeger mech. Or as a friend of my brother's always used to say, Jagger mech. Like it was fucking Mick. For years he would say Jagger. There was an NPC in a tabletop game that they were playing who was called Jaeger von Detcherfield, right? He just refused to call him Jaeger von Detcherfield. Don't know why, he just did. So he was called Jagger von Detcherfield for like 20 years?
Enemy mech.
And just one day,
Damage detected.
my brother's telling me about
What's up,
the game that they're playing, that he's playing anyway, and he's going on, this, that and the other, and he's going, Jagger von Detcherfield. I'm going, what's his name? He says, Jagger von Detcherfield. It's like, oh, here he is. He shows me in the book, and they go, oh, Jaeger von Detcherfield. And he's like, what? So it's
Firing.
Jaeger. Bro, it's a German word. It's like hunter or rifleman or something.
Take that.
I was like, what?
Right here.
Oh yeah, it's yeah, Jaeger von Dutchfield. Yeah, it's pretty obvious when when you look at it. And he's like, he's been calling it Jagger for years. Is that how? Are you shitting me? Is that how it's supposed to pronounce it? No, I'm not messing with you. That is how you pronounce Jaeger von
That
Dutchfield.
hit something
That's how
good.
you say Jaeger. Jagger? No, it doesn't. Germans don't even have. I don't even think they have that harsher a sound like with a J, with an A and a G. I don't think it sounds like that ever. It's like Jagger. Mind blown.
Minimal damage on that hit.
Yeah, ETGO, right? They do a lot of the stuff like that. I'm tempted to rename Squire to Fat
Yes, Commander.
Tony. Oh, it's a good option,
Moving
isn't it? I might. Oh, I can't though. He's a unique. Unfortunately, I can't rename him. Yeah, I would have. That's right. He's a unique pilot. Grayson Death Carlisle said I should, train him up a bit as a favour. I'm not quite sure what Grayson's got going to give me in return here, by the way. Tribot depository. Yeah, the PDFs are decent. My brother mostly gets the PDFs for certain adventures and stuff now, but he still gets the Dead Tree ones if he can. So obviously it's nice to have the book. He hasn't picked up 2nd edition though, Pathfinder. I think
Barely hit, Commander.
he's got quite an investment in Pathfinder 1st edition, so I can understand why you wouldn't just want to chuck all those books off. Just immediately go buy the 2nd edition like that. They're really hammering this Orion.
I'm under heavy fire.
Yeah, you know what? I actually have to agree with you. You are under heavy fire. That's a significant amount of firepower heading in your general direction. So we'll back you the fuck off in the next turn. Don't you worry. Give this Jaeger the business. I said give this Jaeger the business. There we go. Thank you. Another headshot. I can't. I wish I could change his call sign. It just, yeah, he's locked in.
Ready for orders.
Not in the sense of
On my
that
way.
condition where you're trapped in your brain but you can't speak or anything. Not that kind of locked in. That'd be rather horrific. Luckily, since he acts in the phase of medium mechs. Oh shit, he's unsteady, that's right. Bagger.
Aye,
Let's
aye.
just have to run over there, I guess. It's one piece of cover, I guess. Better than nothing, I guess, is just sensor lock the quick draw. Just to get rid of his evasion stat. Oh, there we go, pick on the catapult now. The catapult can take at least one turn hit. Unicorn stands to make profound statement. Writing the collar of his fine suit, clearing his voice for the words he will speak and ring around the area with the effect of a war horn before a great battle. Fuck Canada. Okay. Poor Canadians getting it in the neck here
Standing by.
from Unicorn Wallace. Fat Russ works better. Did he refer to Felix Jaeger from Gotrek and Felix's Jagger? You know what? I think today he will still say Jagger, because if I remember correctly, he doesn't say Renault. Renault. He says Renault. And trust me, me and my brother have corrected him so many times, but he just won't. He just won't listen. It's like it's some kind of fucking sick game for him. He says Renault. He says Loci instead of Loki for reasons I don't understand. Once when he was GMing a French character, he
Waiting for
instead of
orders.
saying magic staff, he said you have a very powerful magic stiff, which is
Moving out.
which has continued for years on as an in-joke. Another good one that I always enjoyed was he can't say the word pseudo, so he says persuado. which is another fucking hilarious one.
Good to go.
I mean, Persuado is pretty good. It's like some kind of weird Play-Doh product. There's a few out there. But Reynolds is my favourite because we watched a lot of Formula 1 before it went fucking Sky Sports only. And yeah, every time we're like, well, the Reynolds team, is fucking Renault! When I was young, I used to say Jagger 2. Stemheimer statement, ditto for me, my PF collection's sizable. Monden Canucks, okay. We're sure he's not Jeremy Clarkson. No, he's not. At least he'd be rich. I tell you, if anyone's watching this as a VOD or as a who's Canadian and or watching this on YouTube after the fact, to tell you what, Unicorn Wallace I think has single-handedly declared war on Canada at this point. I don't know if you want to fight or just apologise.
Target locked.
I mean, the war words coming out here from Unicorn Wallace, and they're harsh words for any Canadians to hear. So, if there are children in the room, you might wanna just take them out of the room for a second. But I mean, he says bunch of syrup swilling lumberjack maple leafers. I'm sorry that you had to hear those words. I really am. You know, it's the kind of anti-Canadian rhetoric that we would hope had been put in the past after decades of trying to bring the two nations closer. But you know, the old tensions, they're still simmering over. They're still there. They're still bubbling, and it's just a sad day. It's a sad day for US-Canadian relations, I've got to say. I've got to say. Unicorn also says Florida brings the thunder. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like fighting words from a Floridian. Naman, I've also seen the videos of the Mounties choir singing to the lumberjack. Naman, I think you may have been watching something else.
Receiving you.
I forgot about that. They burned down the White House. No, that was actually the British. Yeah, no. That was during the war of 1812, whatever, against to defend the Canadian territories. Which, yes, there were Canadians involved, but yeah, it was a British unit that burned down the original White House. Because you wanted to take freedom away from another country that was free.
Losing armor.
Yeah, it was virtually free. It's part of the Empire. It's fine. The Canadians never had any complaints. Oh yeah, she's the LRM mech. I shouldn't be moving her close at all. What am I doing? In fact, let's get fancy. Let's get swifty. There we go. Look at that.
Acknowledged. Multiple targets.
They left from Canada. They came from Canada to do it. People. It all happened in the past. Let's not focus on old colonial shit. Let's focus on the fact that, you know,
Commander?
together, Canada and Britain and eventually America came together and they invaded Germany. You know, liberated Paris and all the rest of it. And it gave us some great World War II games, didn't it? You know, the greatest thing any war can do for you is it can provide you one bitchin' first-person shooter or long-running strategy franchise. Let's face it, the only reason we have a resurgence in mil sims set in the modern day is because of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. let's just take away all of the important things, the horrible shit that's going on there, because squad, goddammit, makes for a great multiplayer game.
Yes, Commander.
And that's the main thing. That's the thing we can all take away from
Order
it.
received.
Goober, you forgot I had a stream today. Goober, I've been streaming on Thursdays for about 3 years now. You mentalist. It's weird as well. It's like people who say, like, do you still play MechWarrior Online? And I look at my channel and all the videos of, like, the chassis vids every year. I go, yeah, I think I do. I'm pretty sure I do, actually. Well, I'll drop into a match of MechWarrior and people say, oh, I didn't know you still played. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What do you think this is now? You chatting to me in the game? Stormcrow. Well, that and the entire crazed British. What's that?
Damage minimal.
Oh yeah. Basically, press ganging for sailors. The Navy win against France. But what can you say? Well, it was going to beat France.
I'm ready for orders.
It's just it's the default setting over here. It's like France beat them. So what you're saying is we need another Total World War so we can give game studios new ideas. Yes, absent coffee. Exactly that.
Mission successful.
More mass conflict, death, violence raining from the sky. That will give us another great first-person shooting series, RTS, turn-based tactical series, Total War series, air combat series. I mean, shit, we need more content for War Thunder. Let's face it, they're running out of vehicles. I mean, they're sat there crying every night, praying for another World War to kick off so more technology get built. So after the pieces are picked up, War Thunder, which will still be around by the way, we'll just be making money hand over fist with all of those new, very reasonably priced €70 packs for a single vehicle. You can claim heritage of the burning of Washington culture. I wouldn't go to DC if I were you then. At least not with that in a T-shirt. Like my great grandfather burnt down the White House. It might piss someone off.
That mech you wanted? That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
ETGV, that's right. Where's the Warhawk vid you promised a while back? Ah, I did promise them, didn't I? And then it turned out there's no variants that can be built in MechWarrior Online. Unfortunately, I was pissed about that. I did say in the videos that came after it, I couldn't do Blood Asp. Because you can't build any of the other variants of the Blood Asp. There's the Blood Asp. There's a bunch. I couldn't do the Ho Hero or the other one. The fucking is it Poseidon? Is it something like I don't know, something stupid like that. I couldn't do either of them because the Direwolf apparently doesn't have. Not a single one has 3 energy hardpoints in the side torso. Oh, no, Goober. Frunica is here. He's always lurking in the chat. Oh god, don't mention War Thunder. Florida versus Canada. I mean, that would be a long-range war to view, wouldn't it? The 4th of Foot were part of the Force and Tracers through to the modern-day Lancashire Regiment. Oh, right, okay. For some reason, Korea never gets any coverage than board games. Yeah, actually, it's kind of interesting, isn't it, that the Korean War doesn't get much. Aside from MASH, yeah, that's about it, really. Why do you think it's referred to as the Forgotten War? Good point, Absent Coffee. Good point. There's a few Forgotten Wars, isn't there? World War II games, let's face it, we very rarely see any stuff set during the Polish or French campaigns, despite the fact that it's great ground for adding units from those two nations. We see very little of the Italian Peninsula campaign, moving up north toward the Siegfried Line. I mean, it's basically like bit of North Africa, that's it. We never see the Finnish Winter War. Not much of that is ever shown. The Norwegian conflict during the Second World War. Very little of the conflict in mainland China itself, or Burma. We never see any real proper conflict between British and Japanese forces. It's usually only really focused around the Pacific Island hopping campaign. That said as well, we don't... You know one I would love to see but never do? The Italian forces that were sent over to Russia. 200,000 Italian troops were involved in the Eastern Front operations. And again, we never see any Bulgarian, Hungarian or Romanian stuff ever in any World War II game. You generally believe that it's just Germany versus Russia, but it's not. There's a lot that gets missed out. Yeah, and to be fair, MASH was a commentary on the Vietnam War, because they wanted to make a Vietnam War movie, but then they were told, oh no, we can't, it's too hot topic. Crikey Goober Gower, how much are they making you eat for it to take a few hours? What's it? Trying to make some lunch back in a few hours. Oh Christ, don't worry with Goober, he's one and done at the moment. He pops in, then he vanishes, and you never see him again for like 4 fucking months. My grandfather served in that war, and he's still alive, and I'm so grateful to have him still around at age 94. Do you ever ask him? I know obviously a lot of veterans are a bit kind of, you know, it can be difficult because they don't want to really discuss it, but have you ever spoken to him about it? Because I wish I could have asked my granddad about, you know, his stuff in the Navy. We need games based on the 30 Years War. Yeah, as you say, Unicorn Monsters, yeah, China versus Japan in the war. Yeah, Tenko. Most of the World War II stuff is either focused on Russia or the US and some of the Germans. Yeah, I like Hell Let Loose, that's an early access game at the moment on Steam. It's really good. It's like a middle ground between Postscriptum and Squad's gameplay mechanics. But the really nice side part of that is the fact that the game is just US and German, but they are apparently going to add some Eastern Front. They're going to do some stuff in the Netherlands, which is cool, which is again a bit different for the British side. And I think later on I think they are doing the Pacific. Oh, some stuff in Malaya and Papua. Yeah, Papua New Guinea. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, like you don't see the Australian stuff like the Ratsa Tobruk. The South African troops, Indian troops, Canadian troops barely get a look in. I mean, that's one of the things I most fondly remember about the Company of Heroes 1 expansion, when you had the mission where you played as the Canadians and they did full Canadian voiceovers for all of the units. That was a really, really good couple of missions. There are some Steel Division 1 and 2 campaigns set in the Winter War, and a bunch of the Slithering games added in the Italian campaigns as well. But that's it, isn't it, Stormcrow? Is a lot of these games, a lot of these kind of forgotten fronts or just very rarely looked at fronts have to be tackled by third-party companies. And then you look at companies like Relic with Company Heroes 2, they could have gone all in with that and had lots of different factions. They never bothered. You know, EA with any of their World War II shooters at the time, and Activision, they could have done all of that stuff, and they just never bothered. Oh, it was Zeus, I think. Yeah, rounded shoulders. Zeus is the target.
Ready to rock, Chief.
Destroy the supporting enemies and then destroy the enemy reinforcements. Oh great, one of those missions. Well, this could get bad quick, depending on what their reinforcements are.
Lifting off.
If I were planning an ambush, this is where I'd put it.
Oh, is it where you plan an ambush with Darius? Working with the Curetans by any chance then? EA, Battlefield 5, the game that turned Norway's proudest World War II moment into a complete farce. Oh, and they were so proud of it, weren't they?
Waiting for orders.
Oh, look, we've got this mission that's set in Norway, aren't we great? It's like, there's not even any fucking Norway troops. No Norwegian troops at all. This isn't something to be proud of. What are you talking about, EA? You fucked the dog. Again.
Position confirmed.
That Paul Pooch. It's a nice lance setup. I think at this rate that the mission could very quickly spin on its head and go tits up though. I mean, I'm hoping that half of his lance is going to be vehicles protecting him, but I get a feeling it's going to be a full complement of heavies.
Heading out.
She can stay there.
Yes, Commander.
Enemy detected.
There we go. Finally got contact. Okay, I'm lucky. There's a vehicle. What about movies about people that should be made, like Mad Jack Churchill? Yeah, well. Also, Rocket, I think the main problem with game coverage, and even movies for that matter, or the Korean War, is the taboo that that is anything has to do with North Korea.
Yeah? What can I
What's
do
the
you for?
fear? You know, what's he gonna do?
Moving.
What, gonna stamp his little fat feet? That's Kim Jong-un. Who gives a shit?
Sensors locked on.
Or Kim Jong, whatever the fuck. Kim Jong, fucking murderous psychopath.
Standing by. Target locked.
Ah, this is the true glory of having an LRM support mech. Look at this. I can see Disney or Pixar making a movie about the Korean War, like the Koreans are all koalas. Oh no. God, that'd be a thing, wouldn't it? Disney and Pixar present the Koala War.
Commander?
About when a conflict melted this little koala's heart. Koala War 2, Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, that could be a thing. I wouldn't put it past a major movie studio to do something as weirdly insensitive as that, yeah. A bulldog driving a Churchill tank, oh yeah. Would he be going, oh yes, oh no. Not to mention, technically, the Korean War is the longest running war in world history. There's never been a treaty signed. This is true. It's true. There is the possibility that any minute the Korean War could once again flare up.
Consider it done.
Though, to be honest, I think it wouldn't last very long, because as big as the North Korean army is, it doesn't have the air power that South Korea and the United States could bring to bear, and I think air power would very quickly be the deciding factor in any conflict like that. As we know, the Korean Air Force is virtually non-existent. Well, the North Korean Air Force is virtually non-existent. Or at least it's not even technically on the same level. It'd be a duck shoot. Oh yeah, that film that caused all that controversy because it wasn't going to be released because blah blah blah, this, that and the other. And in the end it was just a crap movie with James Franco. Like most movies with James Franco, they're crap. Because James Franco is a massive dickhead.
Engaging target.
Haha, your LM-15 is gone,
Enemy
bitch.
mech. Critical damage detected.
Orders?
I mean, I would like it if his reinforcements was literally just like this
Got
dude
it.
in the Orion. It's not going to be. It's going to be more. Oh, there goes his left torso. His ammo exploded.
That hit something
But
good.
apparently, like a ton of SRM 6 or 4 ammo exploding internally. Nah. Oh shit, that's a demolisher. That needs to die.
Something I can do.
Yeah, new priority target, that fucking assault tank, that needs to die. I've not asked much of you, Squire, but seriously, that thing needs to pop. So, or just blow the turret up
Locking
or
in
something.
all weapons systems.
I'm surprised the Zeus hasn't been firing LRMs at me yet. I guess the ECM bubble still protects for now.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Oh, went internal. No, it's still alive. Oh, that's so bad. I see, here comes the other one. I knew it wouldn't just be the Orion. Luckily, the terrain has been very, very bad for them, and they've not been able to navigate as much. The Bulldog will be driving a Vickers Mountain soon. Do you see 20s or not, my friends? He has $1,000. I don't know, James Franco pissed me off just in a... Oh, wow. What the hell's going on with this graphic effect here? Because it's cutting through the ground.
Damage is light.
But yeah, James Franco, in an interview once, he just...
Good to go.
The arrogance of the man, where he was clearly like off his tits on something, I don't know what, but he's being interviewed by this woman, I think she was like Channel 4 or ITV or something, and talking about his new film, as you do at Press Junket, and she says, oh, would you consider this to be like an homage or something to whatever the subject was at the time? And he just says, say homage. And she gets uncomfortable. She's like, that's not what I said. Just say homage. And he's got this fucking shit-eating face on him while he says it. And it's like, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. Right in the ass. You arrogant piece of shit. You've been in... Oh wow, you were in Spider-Man 3. Well done, you. Yeah, oh, well, sorry, you're more than one Spider-Man, sorry, but you were shit in all of them. And now you think you're the fucking top dog. Nah, get fucked, mate. With these subpar fucking comedy movies. It just really irked me. Oh yeah, the Walker Bulldog tank. Yeah, me and From we usually refer to it as the Wanker Bulldog.
Right here.
No, when in Rome, I guess. Multi-target. Oh no, can't multi-target because there's only one target. So just yes, shoot that, I guess. Kill the striker.
Vehicle trashed.
This is when I go to war with James Franco. Bring it on. Might not win the fight, but I'll fucking hit him hard. I can just Rocky 1 this shit. I'm not gonna win, but I'm definitely gonna make the champ look bad, aren't I? Nah, this is just an arrogant, preening cock.
Commander.
That's all that man was. All that man is.
Roger that.
Although the actor that I actually truly dislike, because let's face it, we've all got an actor that just, for some reason, just isn't our cup of tea, right? Mine's Owen Wilson. Another man who I just don't understand how he gained fame other than he was friends with Ben Stiller. That's it? Is that it? Is that the reason he's in films? How many fucking mechs have they got? I don't want to mind, these are all pirate mechs. These are Curitan machines, they're well maintained. Look at this. What's that? What's that one over there? What weight was that? Was that 55?
Armor low.
Yeah, I know armor's low. 75 ton, 55 ton, 60 ton, 75 ton. This sounds really should be missiles.
Light damage. Holding firm.
Florida allies itself with CR. Down with Franco-Canadian interests. Wait a minute. I don't have anything against the Canadians though, so I mean, if this alliance is going to go down, should it be more like a coalition from three kingdoms where we agree to help each other against mutual enemies? Oh, that was depressing. So she missed with the hand-to-hand attack. Of course she did. Oh, there's the Zeus firing at me. Luckily, Punchbot's arms don't have any weapons in them. I don't think they do. It's Punchbot. Oh no, it's not Punchbot's arm. It's Punchbot's leg. All right. There. Okay. Right. First off, slowly amble this way. Okay. Now switch to fire at 2 targets. That one and that one. Right, you're going to fire both PPCs at B, and AC-10 at B, and everything else you're going to fire at A.
Engaging multiple targets.
That was depressing. I thought it would have been a bit more significant. Hopefully we can make up for it with this. Nope, you've just an equal opportunity disappointment there. Thanks for that, Vixen. You can see why I apparently pay my character the big bucks. Quebec's one of the reasons for the war.
Damage minimal.
Well, I mean, yeah, English nobility is basically just a bunch of French people who can't admit they're French.
On the move.
Alright, come on, Fat Tony.
Whoa.
Fat Tony, you failed me again. You punched his leg off. You feckin' Egypt. I've got a feeling I'm backing out of this mission in a few turns. Ow. Ow, 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 ow.
Damage minimal.
Fat Tony, you did it again. You
Yes,
son of a
Commander.
bitch. Alright, let's see. Missile the Striker. Missile the Orion.
Copy that.
Right, okay. The LRM mech knows what it's doing. You're right, actually, he kneecapped him like a mobster.
Tango down.
Quick draw immediately withdraws. This is less quick draw, more withdraw. Oh no! Not sensor locking. You filthy feckers. No, not LRM. Oh well, actually, you can shoot safety on her. She's pretty fresh, to be honest. Fresh. How fresh is she? She's fresh.
What's up, boss? On my way.
On my way. No, we're getting into the historical discussion of the Norman invasion of the British Isles. Well, the Saxons would have won if they hadn't already been north, beating a bunch of Vikings and having to march all the way south. Getting all tuckered out and then running down that fucking hill, dumbass. Basically, he got duped. It's like modern day parlance. It's like... Zigged when she was like, there's a lance of them?
Good to go.
But what part did the Orion represent? Oh, apparently the Orion was part of his defense group. This insurgent leader's pretty well fucking equipped. He's got 2 75-tonners, a 60-tonner, a 55-tonner, 2 55-tonners, a 60-tonner, and a 75-tonner
Awaiting orders.
backing him up. What the shittles? What's going on here? Well, yeah, ACG, the British Isles is pretty mongrelized, isn't it? I mean, you can't say that you're like pure stock this, that, and the other because it doesn't fucking exist. It hasn't existed for a long time. But I guess that's supposed to be one of the strengths. I don't know. Oh, the withdrawal's coming back.
I've been sensor locked.
Oh, just so he can get another sensor lock.
Waiting for orders.
What a little scumbag.
On the move.
Here's the withdrawal, the littlest scumbag. Oh, hello, withdrawal. How are you today? Oh, I'm very fine, thank you. I'm just here to see what's going on. Oh, that's spiffing, isn't it, withdrawal? Oh, here we go. Have the PPC in my 3 million noses. Oh, I didn't appreciate that. That hurt and went straight through into my internal structure. Oh, terribly sorry about that, Withdraw. I'll try not to do that again in the future, but I can't help it if my friends shoot you and blow your ass off. Oh, well, something that might not be able to be avoided. Would you like to have some cake, Withdraw? Yes, that'd be very nice, thanks very much. Oh, that's wonderful. We only have Victoria Sponge. It's very nice though. Made it today. Oh, this is great. Oh, what a delicious cake. Oh my god, I'm on fire. Oh, my soul's... Oh no, Withdraw's dead. Died of a massive coronary and electrification from a PPC round to the centre torso. He's dead now. He's gone. He's kicked the bucket. So they say.
What's up, Commander? Inflicted some heavy damage.
Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Stop it. Stop shooting my assault mechs.
Standing by.
They're rare, they're mint, and they're out of the box, and they're an original
Firing on
print
target.
run from Raoul Parker, you bastards.
Take that.
Welcome to the Tabletop Miniatures Tournament, where the models actually get smashed as they get killed. You fucking what? Oh god, that's a TV show. Netflix. Like Tabletop Wars. Where it's like, oh, you're like playing Games Workshop, your Goblin infantry's been destroyed, someone just gets a hammer, just smashes all of your finely painted miniatures to pieces. There you go, they're dead. Thanks for playing. Every quick trick goes out of the, oh yes, well, I'm very sorry, I was just watching it back here.
Enemy mech destroyed.
It's just the voice is dead.
Location confirmed.
Hello, Mr. Ryan. I've been sharing some cake with Mr. Quickdraw. Would you like some as well? Actually, no. I'm very nice, Ryan, and I don't really want any cake. Thank you very much. Oh, well, I'm afraid I can't accept that as your answer. I'm going to shoot you in the head. Oh, bugger. I've been hit in the head of a PPC. Oh, I've taken a lot of damage. Oh, there's some internal bleeding and a little bit of shrapnel's gone into my thigh. I might be bleeding. Oh, well, that's very sad to hear.
Yeah?
Oh, we'll have to see if we can get some immediate medical attention for you. Otherwise, they might die. Oh, yes, that'd be very good, thank you. Here we go. We're going to send some healing missiles and an AC-10. Ooh, isn't that wonderful? Oh, yes, this is great. Oh, my armor.
Yes, Commander. Confirmed.
Go on, headshots with the LRMs. There's 40 missiles, at least one should hit the... Fuck are you, game? Fuck are you? DFA like 70. Ding. Time for bed.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
Yeah, but absent coffee, could you imagine it? There's all these like hardcore fucking Warhammer 40k players sat around the table, and then it's just like, oh shit. Oh no, my guardsmen, they got wiped out by those Tyranids. Well, I'm sorry. Pull the squad over. Bang, bang, bang. It's like smash them to a million pieces. You signed up. You knew the rules when you were going into it. Sunshine. Yeah, grip. Yeah. It's all good. I like orange. 80-10 ammo explosion. All this shit exploded. Is mech still intact? Because ammo explosion rules don't work in this game. It's anathema. Doesn't happen. Fuck you, Zeus. Out, not the AC-5. Out, out, out. Shit, that's the side I don't want you hitting. No, no, not that leg, not that leg, not that leg. Oh.
Warning. Armor breached. Internal damage.
Warning. Shut the fuck up.
Standing by.
Danny, bye.
On my way.
Oh yeah, on my way. Oh yeah, oh, I can punch you in the face. Oh yeah, boom. The fuck was that? Where did you hit him? There's not much left. Of, you know, like, Griffin pilots, seriously mate. It's the wrong dance you turned up to. Point blank miss with PPC, okay. Oh, apparently he's not rotated enough on the spots to be able to shoot both. So
Speeder in the gym.
that's a cheap Baneblade. Oh, I like Iron Man magic where you burn the cards to the discard pile. Yeah, you've just got a fire either side. You just throw the cards in. This needs to be a Netflix original now, doesn't it? I don't know what we call it, but I know one thing. I know that we collectively need to own the rights to this series, because I think it could be fucking awesome. You've got drama, you've got tension, you've got a lot of players who are terrified that their expensive shit is gonna get destroyed. It's definitely something for the future. And this can spin out infinitely because there are so many card and board games out there. You know, you can introduce players to the rules. You can introduce them to the bit of the history of the game. You know, like why it's been so popular all these years, all that stuff. My legs just got destroyed and I fell over. Yeah, you've got all of that. It's a veritable fucking wonder cave of potential joy right there, isn't there? All right, let's stand my ass up.
Battletech operational.
Battletech is operational. Battletech is now going to limp over to this Griffin.
Leg damaged. Speed reduced.
No shit. Oh, did you hear that, guys? The leg was destroyed. Speed's reduced. You're a bit like this poor bastard, you mean? His speed's reduced. He's on his fucking back, isn't he? What are you doing down there?
Ready for orders.
Oh, you're not going to do anything down there, are you, mate?
Received.
Let me tap this mana to cast Black Lotus. Well, just take this lighter to it then. Stream it on Twitch, have loads of viewers, I'll bet most of them will be crying. If it was metal I could see 200 though, it's nearly on the, it's nearly that Forge World for the Resin. Oh man. Think of the crying 40k players who would endure upon losing a Titan to the hammer. Yeah, they could be like, you know, like the house bots in something like Robot Wars or something. It's just the bloke with the hammer's got some special name, and here we are. We've got the Butcher. There's like, you know, the quick camera cut to him. He's stood there with like an apron on that's got paint instead of blood. Bits of miniature sort of wedged into it, like you know, like bits of it have like flung off like shrapnel and dug in. He's got 17 years in the business of smashing miniatures apart. The Butcher doesn't care. He sees the tears, and it only makes him erect. Yeah, then we've got Pyro. Different ways of destroying them all as well, like burning them, smashing them. Ones where they just get dumped into like into a solution that just melts them. Yeah, this I said this could spin out. You've got all kinds of. You got brand marketing here. A grinder, yeah. Get real inventive about it. Like you've got one that where the stuff just goes into like a cement mixer and just bounces around and just smashes them apart that way. You know, it's like a modified cement mixer that spins even quicker. Like the card ones, you just got stuff where like young children are allowed to draw on the cards and stuff or rip them up. suddenly they've just taken a stern disliking to this catapult.
Reporting
Stood there
heavy
all round
damage.
firing missiles. Just all of a sudden it's like, nah, fuck that catapult. Oh, we've had enough of this thing. Oh, I'm getting the drops in frames. Oh, am I gonna go overheat by any chance? Am I? Oh, that's just fucking shocking.
Targeting rear armor.
Yeah, that looks about
What's up, boss?
my life with these bloody critical hits. Oh yeah, you got a rear shot. Oh, this is great. Roll a 7 CT rear crit.
Taking
Nope.
the shot.
Hit the arms, hit the legs. Yay! Knocked him down again and blow off the completely superfluous left arm. Next up, we'll be damaging the coffee machine in the cockpit.
Right here.
Cards go on the open market to be sold. They went on to the Mexecutioner. All of these are great ideas, people. You should be noting them down. We need to figure out how we contact Netflix about potentially. Oh, there we go. There's Darius pointing out the obvious. You're hitting your primary target, Commander. Really? Yeah. You know what, Darius? Now I know why it is that we keep you around, because you are on the fucking ball, my friend. What is this? What is this? Going all Ramsey on this one. Bonk. Oh right, I see. Wow. Rude.
Warning. Armor breached.
Yes,
Internal
Commander.
damage.
Fucking Dick Head. The name's Head. Dick Head. That's what this guy is.
Affirmative.
Hey Gruber. So do you want in on our new business venture with Netflix? It's a game where people who play miniatures or card games, they play for realsies, as in when your
Copy that.
unit of like 40k miniatures has been wiped out, a guy with a hammer smashes them at the side of the table to represent the unit actually being destroyed. Or like in card games, like the cards get sold on the open market, or they just go into a furnace when you cast them. I thought it was even a drag Russian marks on it, yeah. If you lose a match of Overwatch, your computer is tossed into the sea. That'd be so good. Oh, fucking hell.
Engaging.
God, that would be
physical
funny.
attack.
Yeah, just stomp him with the destroyed leg, that makes sense. Yeah, shoot that. Shoot the air. Shoot the air around him. Ionize that shit.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Yeah, Commander.
Ah, now to do the thing that we were sent here to do. Shoot this bitch. Looking for a headshot on you. Gonna fire, probably hit the CT, don't hit the leg. Cold shot, head.
Ready for orders.
No dice.
Coordinates received.
I see, front speak to you later. Oh man. Ah, it's be good good choice, good choice. Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon.
Commander.
We're gonna take over. Like all this shit.
Target
Easy.
confirmed.
Easy. This show's gonna be the next biggest, like, you know, pro play sort of system here. We saw a group of friends at the game store that played 40k for keeps, and we made an amended rule and a turn phrase for capturing war prisoners at the end of the game. Any captured units were yours to keep. Imagine that with randos though. People be like, fucking what? You're taking my Eldar.
They blow past my
If I had a
arm.
wife, she'd kill me. How much these things cost? full military on us with the PC dumped in the water. It's got a flag draped across it and everything, yeah.
Standing by. Coordinates received.
Oh man.
Engaging target.
Speaking of miniatures, I'm hoping some Star Wars Legion miniatures are going to
Yes,
arrive today. At some point. Kinda hoping on that
Location
one.
confirmed.
Praying. Cost a pretty penny. And that was 30% off, so, you know, hope they do. If they don't, I'm going to have to harass them on the phone. Yay! Lethal shot. Don't blow the arm off, don't blow the arm off. Yes! Full Zeus.
Target.
Oh no, he's gone full Zeus. Yes, managed to wipe out the Alt 4. Nice.
Mission
Aha!
successful.
Aha! Oh, squig hoppers. Ah, squig hoppers are awesome. At the end of the show, you need a running total of costs, yeah, for the person. Estimated cost. No, every time a miniature gets smashed, it like appears on the screen with that player's name. So you can see, and maybe like a little picture of his like his face as each unit gets destroyed. You can see more and more of the despair in his eyes. Ah, it would be good, wouldn't it? He's gone full Zeus. The Zeus is loose. Hide your booze. Ha! There's a Facebook group called Widows of Wargaming. Based in the UK, built around wives and husbands whose significant others play the game. That's awesome. Ah, yeah, that would be good. That would. Oh, my throat is killing me. It's holy shit. 2 hours went very quickly. What a good fight to end it on. What a great idea as well. I mean, we have made. I think we have together. We have made something special. We'll have to come up with a name for it. So if you remember, just go to the comments when this goes over on YouTube and just let's get names up for what this show would be called. And once we get that sorted, Gamer's Remorse. Ooh, that's a good. I like that right out of the gate. That's a good one. Gamer's Remorse. It'd be amazing, in particular, if they were using Forge World minis, since they cost that on the left to start with. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. So many grand ideas, aren't there? Oh, I lost my heat exchanger. Oh well. Luckily, I've got 160 single heat sinks to replace it with, so no worries. 141,000 for a leg.
Right. I'll get
Jeez. Good God. Who let them do this? Anyway, blame Canada for the leg. You're just taking Unicorn Wallace's role. So yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Thank you everybody who joined us today. It's been quite chatty. It's been fun. So let's say thank you to Third Shift Gamers, Absent Coffee, Adam Grayson, BFG Bonifac, CJ Pete, ETG View, Firefly112, Goober and Fronica, Christina Haas, Lurks, Emmy Tan, Pincer of Fate, Revan, Christian Ra, Stormcrows 278, Mighty Cools, VNK, Vigo Pros 1 Grunk, Waxman, and Unicorn Wallace, who I know was here earlier. And a couple of others. Thank you everybody. Nova as well. Thanks everyone for joining me live. Thank you to everyone watching on the YouTubes. Tomorrow, not quite sure what we're streaming yet because we don't know what's going on with Davros. So if it's a 3-man, it could be something we've not done before. If it's a 4-man, probably Dying Light again. But we'll see where we go from there. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you all have a good weekend that's coming up. Remember, next Thursday and all the Thursdays going forward are just going to be Battletech. I don't know if Heavy Metal will be out by the time I stream next Thursday, but I might stream a bit later, maybe in the evening on Thursday instead, because Heavy Metal will be out by then, so we'll see what happens anyway. But the week after next, definitely will be Heavy Metal stream in the morning, continuing on. Gotta get that Warhammer, gotta get that Marauder, at least, and yeah, go from there. So hope you all have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye!